A beautiful afternoon. Many thanks for joining us on our series on the 2019 election, particularly the National Assembly and State House of Assembly election. It's Meet the Candidate on independent television and radio. Today we have the PDP candidate for Orhionmwonde Federal Constituency House of Representatives as our guests on the program. I'd like to thank very especially Lady Uhunmwonde for joining us on the program. Many thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Well, the structure hasn't changed. In the first few minutes, she will be telling us more about herself and why she's running for the office of the member representing Uhunmwonde Orhionmwon Federal Constituency. As usual, we give you an opportunity to ask questions, ask her questions. But as you know, the rules of engagement, we must try as much as possible to uphold those rules of engagement to avoid anything untoward. Be as brief as possible because others are waiting, and then go straight to the point as well and ask your questions. So once again, we thank you for joining us on Meet the Candidate on independent television and radio this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Of course, it's a simulcast, which means the program is live on television and on radio. It's also live on our website at www.itvradionnigeria.com. You can also go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/itvradioNG, to follow the program live. Use any of these social media platforms that we have to follow the program. Ask your questions. We'll try as much as possible to respond to you as far as the program is concerned. Once again, we thank you for joining us. Well, just in case you are a politician running for any of the offices and you want to take advantage of this platform, go to our commercial department, Glasshouse Airport Road, or you could call our studio line 052-290-573. We'll give you all the details and then we'll make the platform available to you. Okay, welcome on board the program. Well, Lady Uhunmwonde is the PDP candidate, Orhionmwonde Federal Constituency House of Representatives. Tell us, why are you running for the House of Representatives seat for your constituency?
Well, I want to serve my people. I just believe my people right now are lacking the kind of representation that would deserve in the National Assembly.
Okay, so let's know what is the agenda that Lady Uhunmwonde has for her constituency. What's your agenda? What's your model?
Well, my agenda is, first of all, you must know that Orhionmwon, part of my constituency, is the local government that made Edo State a member of NDDC, which means it's an oil-producing local government. But do we have anything to show for it? No. Has the people that have been representing us been able to fight for us to get these dividends, you know, of democracy? No. I just feel that my people in Orhionmwon are lacking so much in terms of dividends of democracy from government, in terms of awareness of what is going on in the country, in terms of so many things, you know, schools, we don't have good schools, we don't have roads, we don't have anything. So when I looked at all these things, you know, I had the urge, you know, to want to represent my people, to let them know that if you have a good representation, you know, these are things that are supposed to be free to you, you know. You don't have to fight for it. You just have to have somebody that can go there and ask for it because it's our right. You know, it's not a privilege to us, you know.
Okay, in aspiring to represent your constituents, yes, what have you articulated by way of the problems and the solution as an agenda that you want to drive if you get elected?
Okay, the problem first, I don't know if you watched recently when they did a documentary on Binia Braka Road, which is a major road leading into the heart of Orhionmwon, that made up Orhionmwon, you know. Nobody did anything about it. These are problems. Our people, they are mostly farmers, you know that. We are in the rural, you know, it's a rural local government, Orhionmwonde. Let me just I'm using Orhionmwon because most of the problem, I'm going to use Orhionmwon. When I say Orhionmwon, I mean Orhionmwonde.
Okay.
Because it's the same problem that the two of them have.
Okay.
You know, and both of them are my constituency. You know, there is really nothing going on there. There are a lot of problems. We don't have lights. The place, you know, most of the places, villages are wired. Nobody have, you know, care enough to step down the light. When you go through the villages in the night, it's dark. Most of the farmers, they don't have, you know, they don't know about, you know, fertilizers. They don't have, you know, good roads, you know, to bring in their food from the villages, you know. They don't have good markets. They don't have good water. They don't have anything. And yet they have people representing them. Nobody cares. These are the problems. And most of these problems are problems that can be solved. We have youths that have graduated. They don't have jobs. These are all problems, many more. The farmers, you know, they go to their farmland, plant their foodstuff. The next day they are coming, everything has been eaten by cattle. Nobody cares. They go to the police, nobody really cares. You know, these are all problems, so many of them, you know. Solution, like you asked, I said it before, I said these are things you can get, both from government, private NGOs, private individuals, if you know what to do, if you know how to ask for them. If you don't know what to do, even if you have the solution right there in front of you, you cannot do it. Like my opponent that I'm running against was the vice chairman interior. We all know what that means. And we still have youths in Orhionmwonde that don't have jobs. We can't even boast of 3, 4, 5 employments from him. We can't boast of roads. We can't boast of anything. So
no, we just like you to stay on course because he's not here now to respond.
No, yeah. But why I'm saying this is, even if you have the solution in front of you, you won't know how to use it. You won't know how to solve it. So we already know the problems, and I know that when given the opportunity to serve my people, I know what to do. I know areas to go to.
For what you've said so far,
yes.
It looks like you have many agendas.
Yes.
Is that correct?
A lot, because my people need a lot of people, a lot of things. We are lacking in everything. There is nothing Orhionmwonde can say today, oh, this is what we have. There is nothing. Nothing. Is it electricity? Is it good roads? Is it water? Is it school? Is it hospitals? We don't have, we have so many problems. We have too many problems.
Okay, I'll be back with you shortly.
Yes.
You just join us. The program is Meet the Candidate on independent television and radio, and the program is live on ITV radio and satellite. You can also follow us on our website at www.itvradioNigeria.com. Program is also live on radio, independent radio to be specific, 92.3 FM. You can also follow us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/ITV Radio NG. Well, I know you would want to participate on the program. That's the studio number to call. We also have another number. You see that shortly on the screen, where you can send a message to via WhatsApp to ask a question or make a contribution to the conversation here on Meet the Candidate on independent television and radio. It's on record that you've had the opportunity to serve in government. You talked about unemployment as a major challenge in your constituency that you want to fix.
Yes.
What did you do at the time you had the opportunity to serve in government? And what are you going to do differently now that the employment issue is still there?
Okay. I have only served in 2 places in government. The first one, I was special advisor on agriculture during Osumbo's regime. And by the special grace of God, I played my part. And it's there on record for people to see. even though we did not create employment through government employing people, you know, for work, but we were able to make people busy in the area of agriculture. We planted and harvested rice in 3 locations, you know. We planted palm trees, 1,000 hectares across the states. In fact, people, when I go on campaigns now, people still tell me, you know, those that benefited in Orhionmwon, they come to me to say, oh, thank you very much. In fact, you started off my palm plantation and everything. And many youths in Obayanto, you know, we planted cassava. The youths were busy. You know, we engaged them. A lot of them that were riding bike, then you know, a lot of people ride bikes in Benin then, and they were dying. A lot of them moved back to the, you know, rural areas. They took advantage of all the programs that we had in area of agriculture. But it was unfortunate that the government did not last. You know, if the administration that took over from us had followed up on what we had, by now, I think Edo State would have had enough in the area of agriculture, because we opened up so many things. Okay. Rice farming, palm plantation, cassava, even watermelon we did in Obayanto. That's one aspect. Then the other one, I became a federal board member, Ekiti Teaching Hospital. And while I was there, I was able to employ 20 Edo State indigent doctors, nurses, accountants, engineers. 20 of them. The record is there. In fact, yesterday, they all sent their contribution. They've been wanting to come and tell the people, like, this woman, because while I was in Ekiti, I was able to showcase myself. I was able to let them know, both in the board and the work. I was the one that was resolving most of their conflicts. They believed in me. They saw, because I was trained by a parent who knows, you know, the importance of hard work. All my parents told us then was, look, I will train you to face the world. I will not just train you for the house, to face the world. And today, when I meet with people, when I'm given responsibility and I'm able, you know, to do my best, and I see people say, oh, thank you for what you have done. And I say thank you to my parents, because when they were raising us, then I used to think, oh, they were being too harsh and everything. So these 2 aspects that I have, you know, given it my best shot, you know. And I know if given the opportunity to serve my people, I will bring something new into politics in Orhionmwonde federal constituency.
You are aspiring to be a federal legislator.
Yes.
I'm sure you're aware that as a legislator, your primary responsibility is to make laws. So how do you intend to achieve all of these things that you've listed out?
Okay, as a lawmaker, you know, first of all, I want to make laws that will impact on my people. Why I'm sponsoring bills that will impact on my people, in the process, I will be able to network with others that will lead me to agencies that will bring in dividends of democracy to my people. Why I'm sponsoring bills, maybe in the area of agriculture, I sponsor bills that will help farmers in the rural areas, that will give them loans and all that. Why I'm doing that? The Federal Ministry of Agriculture will be there to listen. They will listen to what I am doing. There will be agencies, you know, that help farmers, that will be listening. So why the laws are being passed? When I go to them to ask for these things for my people, they will know I'm not just coming to talk to them. They will know I'm serious-minded. I've started it in the National Assembly. It's just for me to follow up, to bring up these dividends to my people. It's not just, you know, going to them and you are not doing anything about it. When you start the process, and you know, whatever you do is on national TV, is in the newspapers and all, it will help me, you know. Yes, it's to make laws, which is what I tell my people now that I am campaigning. Yes, I am there, you know, for the law, but in the process, you can use that to bring the dividends of democracy to your people. Why
are you not satisfied with the fact that for the opportunities that you've had to serve in government, you already impacted people, you provided jobs, provided the enabling environment? Is it that what some people term the insatiable nature of man's taste to always want more and want more. For example, you are aspiring to be a federal legislator because of the allowances, the salary, and the emoluments the National Assembly earn. So what are you going to do differently if you have the opportunity to serve at that level?
Well, you see, when people see politicians, the first thing they see is money. And they believe everybody that is running for public office is about the money. But in some cases, it's not always like that. Right from the beginning, I have always told people, I'm not in politics for the money. If I were in politics for the money, I wouldn't be steadfast in the party that I am in today. I would have been jumping from one party or the other just to get the money.
Maybe the offer has not been big enough to meet your expectation.
Well, I don't see any offer that would be big enough for me to abandon what I feel, my passion. My passion, excuse me, going into politics is to be able to serve. Is to be able to change the mindset of people about politicians. Yes, there are corrupt politicians. Yes, there are politicians that are in there for the money. But there are still politicians like us, like me. I say it any day, anytime. I challenge anybody to come out and say, oh, what you're saying is wrong. I gave you this money that day, or I gave you the other money that day to do this or to do that negatively. I don't do it. There are politicians that still believe that politics is about impacting on the people. Politics is about what you can bring to the people. Politics is about, you know, just doing the right thing. And that is the kind of politician I am. And by the special grace of God, if given the opportunity to serve, I know God has done it. I'm going to let people really see. See, the two offices I've had, special advisor on agriculture, yeah, okay, I was just a special advisor. The other one, board member, I was not the chairman. I was just a board member. But this one, I'm going to be carrying the burden, the responsibility of 2 local governments. 2. And as a woman, you know, politically women are like, all we do is clap, you know, pack the crowds, and that's all they think we are good for. But people like us, women like us, want to let the world know that women too can make a difference, can change the world, can change everything, can, you know, have an impact, good, positive impact that will last a long time in people's mind and in people's lives. Money is not why I am going to the National Assembly. Money and riches is a matter of, is a state of mind, contempt. By the special grace of God, I'm a contented woman. I am a farmer. I've been a farmer for 21 years. I don't do contracts. I don't run up and down. My mates are busy running from Abuja to Lagos. I don't do it. You all know me. I'm home-based. I'm with my people. I'm a grassrooter. I'm very contented with my family. I'm very contented with my life. All I just do is reach out to people, help people. And that is the zeal. That is what is pushing me. That is the drive to want to serve, to represent my people. Because my people are suffering. Orhionmwon and Uhunmwonde federal constituency. You won't really know what I'm talking about until you take time out. I really got to see all these things during my campaign, first, during my primaries. Because I don't believe in, you know, people coming to you. I believe if you want anything from anybody, you go to them. So in the process, I went round all the villages in the 2 local governments to see how they live, to know how to get there, to see what they are doing, because I've always been there with them. And that gave me, what I saw, gave me more drive, more power to want to represent my people.
Once again, if you just join us, you're on to meet the candidates on independent television and radio. Of course, it's a live broadcast, simulcast on television and radio, as well as online. And we gave you a number earlier for the phone-in, which is 052-290-573. But this other number I'm going to read right now is for the WhatsApp messages, 080-387-26759, 080-3872-6759. That number, just send a message to that WhatsApp number. We'll read the questions when the time comes. Let the questions start pouring in. Let the questions start pouring in. Of course, you already have our student line on the screen. You can call that number as well. We'll be able to talk to you. But just before we take advantage of the phone calls as well as the WhatsApp messages that you're sending in, let me ask Lady Osumbo this question, which is that right now, your party is not in power, which means the power of incumbency is not there. What gives you that guarantee that you will prevail at the end of the day in this election against the background that your party is not in power, another party is in power?
Well, I would say nowadays we have educated voters. The voters that we have now are voters that knows their right from their left, that knows good from bad. I don't want to go into my opponent. I just want to talk about myself. But from the reception I've been having, and haven't been, you know, a part of that federal constituency, I know that it's going to be a piece of cake for me to get the ticket, because the people are tired. They want change. Plus, I am a woman. They want something new. They've seen it. They know me. I've been with them for years. Since the inception of this new democracy. I've never been far from them. I have always been there with them. So they believe, I think they believe in me, and they will vote for me. And they have assured me that.
Okay, our studio line is open now, 052-290-573. Our WhatsApp number is 0803-8726-759. Send a message to us through that WhatsApp number. We'll be able to get to us on the program. Hello, caller. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling from, and then go ahead. Hello, caller.
This is Tony Adariela.
Tony Adariela. Yes, Tony, go ahead with your contribution, your question.
Question is that and all the politicians that have been representing Orhionmwon, that is how they have been talking to people. But unfortunately, she has said it all.
We're finding it difficult to hear you, Tony Adaviele. I'm sure you can call the call and get back to us. But while we're expecting your call to come in, we have a question. You didn't indicate your name. It would have been nice to know your name. You said, if you're voted in, will you remember Uguneki electricity? That's a question to you.
Yes, I'm sure this person is one of the people I saw in Uguneki. I was in Uguneki on Sunday.
Okay.
You know, and they told us their problems, and electricity is one of them. My dear, I assure you, electricity problem, you know, is a problem that is really killing us right now in Nigeria, especially Edo State, you know. But by the special grace of God, all of us, you know, we put hands, you know, together and make sure we are able to solve it. You know, we will try our best, you know, we will. I will not forget to be Neki, but please vote for me.
Okay, our studio line is still open. The WhatsApp number is up and running. The numbers are on the screen. Hello, caller. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Bishop from Sabongidaora.
Okay, Bishop from Sabongidaora. Please go ahead.
I greet you. I greet your special guest there.
Thank you.
She has spoken well, but all I do know
is that the function or duties of the National Assembly is to make laws, enabling laws that will be for the betterment of the country and the area from which the person comes from. It is not to create a job. So I do know that, and I'm sure she's aware of that. I will say that one. There's a little question I want to ask her. Because many people, like we said, believe that people go into politics because of the money they're able to pay. All these allowances, progress allowances and others. Like a Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the monthly salary is 750,000 naira. Then the allowance alone is 30.5 million naira. So I want to ask her, if she gets there, will she at least live with others like her and ensure that all those allowances are removed, that they only rely on only that their salary, that for purpose of the Senate, 750,000 naira only. Will she accept that? Thank you. That's all of you.
Okay, I'm sure you got the question.
I barely
heard. Okay, he's asking that national legislators earn fantastic salaries and allowances, and that the statutory salary is about 750,000 naira or thereabout in the month. But by the time you combine all the allowances, everything goes to a little above 13 million naira monthly. If you get to the National Assembly, would you be willing for those allowances to be reduced to that point that you probably just earn only the statutory salary of about 750,000 naira monthly?
Well, my dear, I have not been there. I don't know what they receive. And like I said, it's not about the money for me. I heard the first part of his question, which was, I know I am going there, you know, for legislation and not to create job. And maybe if he had listened at the beginning, you asked the same question. And what did I say? I said, why making laws in the process? Why? That is when, you know, all these things will come in. It's like right now, I am from an oil producing local government. We don't have anything to show for it. Why I am there in the National Assembly, you know, legislating, letting the world know why we should get dividends of democracy, or they should put some laws in place that will help us. In the process, the oil companies or those people around there, they are already seeing what I'm doing. They are knowing what I'm doing. So if I now go to them to say, oh, I want job for my people, it will be easy, you know, to do. That is all employment. That is where that comes in. Then as for the money, like I said, I have not been a legislator. I don't see, I don't know what is, you know, that obtains there. When I get there, I will look at it. You cannot, you know, be, you know, a judge in a case you don't really know.
But there's a general feeling that National Assembly members earn so much, and to reduce the semi-attachment and the, what is the word to use now, the desperation to get to National Assembly at all cost. One of the ways is to reduce salaries and allowances. Would you be willing to subscribe to that at the National Assembly?
Of course. Of course. And really, that's why people kill to get there. That is why people sell their houses to get there. That's why people take loans to get there. I will tell you today, as I'm sitting here, I have not taken a loan from anybody. I have not bribed anybody. I have spent money that I have to talk to the people. I won't go the extra mile to get there. All I just need to do is to talk to my people. Talk to them. If they vote for me, fine. I will go and represent them. I know I will be a good representative for them.
Okay.
So
our studio line is 0522905573. Hello, caller. Good afternoon. What's your name? Hello, caller. Good afternoon. What's your name? We lost that call. Just try and get back to us and be part of the program. 052290. But just in case you can, your call can't get through, we have a WhatsApp number as well. 0803-8726-759. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Morris. Good afternoon.
Morris, good afternoon. Where's Morris calling us from?
Airport Road.
Morris, go ahead.
I have a question for the Subode.
Please go ahead.
like 2 years ago, I went to Orhionmwon Secretariat, that was at Abudu. So when I got there, I was so disaware, and so I thought the place was like super messed up, not even organized. So I don't know. I would tell her to work on that if she gets there.
I didn't quite get your question, and I'm sure Lady also didn't quite get your question. You said you went to Abudu, the place was really messed up, and yes.
So I don't know if it's our duty to work on that, but the place was like...
Which part of Abudu did you go to?
The
local government secretariat?
In Abudu.
What?
Secretariat in Abudu.
Okay, you went to the local government secretariat?
Yes.
Well, she's not aspiring to be the council chairman. She's not aspiring to be the council chairman of that local government. She's aspiring to represent the entire constituency at the National Assembly. Or maybe she has a response to you on that.
Well, I don't blame him, you know, for asking the question. You know, I told you we have a lot of problems. I was in Abudu yesterday. You know, I went to a camp in Abudu. We couldn't even get there. You know, and all the youths told me was, Madam, we will vote for you. Look at where we live. See how you came to meet us. What are you going to do about the road? By the special grace of God, they told me they wanted strips of sand, you know, to fill the place and everything. And I did it. But that is Abudu, where the local government chairman is. Abudu, where I had to pay for sand to fill the roads to get to a community in Abudu, inside Abudu. The people they want me. They want me to represent them. They want me because they know it's not only the National Assembly that I will have a voice. They know I have a voice. They know I'm not dumb. They know I can network to bring development to them. Yes, I'm there to legislate. Legislation, fine. But outside legislation, there are other things you can do. I was able to employ 20 people in the teaching hospital as just a board members. Just one board member, not chairman. I was able to employ 20 people. How did I do it? Networking. Talking to the people. That is what we need nowadays. In fact, I advise people, vote for candidates first before you think of the party. Think of somebody that will represent you well. Orhionmwonde Federal Constituency is our commonwealth. All of us should be able to benefit from it. How do we benefit? Good roads, hospitals, schools, water, electricity. Senator Orhionmwonde was the one that built a hospital in Eho, which is a local government headquarters. Doesn't have hospital, but he's a legislator. He was able to build a maternity there. He built schools. He's a legislator. So yes, you legislate, but you can use your position as a legislator to bring in dividends of democracy. So my brother in Abudu, don't worry. Go home, vote for me. I will represent you well. Abudu is one of the wards, villages, city, town that I have a passion for because I have my people there and it's our local government headquarters. I am always sad anytime I go there. Even when you go to the local government headquarters, drive into the local government headquarters. You can't even drive, you can't even access it. You can't even access the local, the
let's take this question now from Rafiu from Auchi. That's in Edo North. The question is, you started by saying, people will come on air and say all sort of things. Are you sure you're going to fulfill all these promises? That's the question.
Rafiu, my dear brother, I am running this election from a disadvantage point. Disadvantage because I am a woman. 2, my party is not in power. 3, I am running with my money. Disadvantage. I am doing all of this because I have a passion. because I want to help my people. I want to serve my people. And I will not deceive them. I will not deceive anybody. 4 years is very close. If I do not fulfill my promises after being given the mandate, in another 4 years, I don't think I will be sitting here with Sonny Duke Okosun and telling the people to vote for me that I want to go and represent them. Okay,
let's take this question now. You said, my name is Agbonovare George Ho Imade. I'm from Ugewudu village in Uhunmwonde local government area. You said, looking at the local government area, what can you do to bring about one project like agricultural company or even an institution to the local government, knowing fully well the natural resources deposited by God in that local government area?
Thank you very much, Agbonavai. You see, agriculture is a passion for me. It's a passion. In fact, it's part of the reason why I want to go to the National Assembly. I watch TV every day. I see in the northern states people benefiting from agric loan, federal agric loan, NGO agric loan, World Bank agric loans and everything, and we don't have. You see, industry. I know Uhunmwonde, you know, is one of the local government that produce pineapple, watermelon, corn. You know, there's this corn along Uhunmwonde. They start it and they end it. You know, they do a lot in the area of agriculture, and it's a passion for me. I'm a farmer. I've been a farmer for 21 years. Like I said before, I don't do contracts. Everything about me is agriculture. So I am going to give that part, you know, that agriculture, I'm going to give it, you know, all that I have, and I'm going to excel with it. The same thing I did as special advisor on agriculture. I promise you, my dear, one day people will be proud that they sent a woman like me to go represent him in the National Assembly.
We have your message, Ahis Odigie. Your question is, if you are voted in, how do you intend to help the poor people around your locality?
Well, my dear Odigie, I have been doing that. By the special grace of God, I have about 15 people in the secondary school that I pay their school fees. I have in the primary school. I help people that know me, they know when you have a problem trying to set up. I help people to set up. When I see people, the first thing I think about is what are they going to do, how are they going to do it. I am going to give scholarships to children, you know, of parents that cannot pay their school fees. I'm going to give scholarships to children, you know, like orphans. I'm going to give scholarships to children of widows. You know how it is, you know. So I'm going to, first of all, concentrate on that. Then I am going to help the women and the men. I'm sorry, I'm a woman. I'm very passionate about women. So when I say woman first, it doesn't mean that men will not be captured. You know, they'll be captured too in the process. But I am going to make sure, because we are the breadwinners, you know, whichever way you look at it. We are the one that take care of the homes. We are the one that do the cooking, that take care of the children, the men, everything, and the farming. So my emphasis most of the time is going to be, okay, how do we do to improve the lots of these women and the poor so that life can go, you know, well for all of us.
052-290-573. If you dial that number right now, you will be able to be part of the program. Hello, caller. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good evening.
Okay, good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, Peter, calling from Lagos.
What's your name, please?
Peter, calling from Lagos.
Okay, Peter is calling us from Lagos. Yes, go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, I want to ask the madam a question.
Go ahead.
I want to ask her if she will be the one to represent Eboneki village. Eboneki village. If she will be the one to represent
Eboneki.
What did she say about Eboneki?
Okay. Yes, go on.
Eboneki village.
Yes. Go ahead with the question. We are listening to you.
Eboneki. Because that village, they are having problem of light and road. It's like they've forgotten that village.
I think it just
okay, light problem.
Yeah, light problem.
Okay, my dear, I was in Eboneke on Sunday too. We did all those houses on Sunday.
Okay, he's asking how you're going to solve both the problem of light and road in Eboneke.
Okay. Like I said before, is this the same thing as Ugoneke, the same electricity problem all over.
Okay.
Those that have not been wired, we are going to get companies, we are going to get people, you know, that are in, you know, Federal Ministry of Power, you know, to help us whichever way we can, you know. And we just pray that the situation of light improves, you know, when I get into power, when I get into office. I'll be able to use my good office, you know, to interact with the people that are in charge, you know, so that they can come and help us, you know, to put the light. Then as for the roads, you know, the road is always federal government program, FEMA. But if we are able to do it through, I know Federal Ministry of Agriculture, they have some aspect of it, World Bank, they have some aspect of it. I am going to try, if I am representing you, because people will listen to me, if I'm your representative, to go tell them, these are the things we lack in my local governments. And I assure you, I'll be able to do the networking outside my legislating business.
Okay, our studio line is still open. Hello, caller. Good afternoon. You're live on Meet the Candidate on Independent Television and Radio. Hello, good afternoon.
Sir.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Emmanuel.
Where is Emmanuel calling us from?
I'm calling from Edo State, from Isiolo.
Okay, please turn down the audio level on your TV or radio.
I just done that, sir, now.
All right, let's hear you.
I've been listening to your program, where the lady has been talking.
Okay.
You know, in Nigeria we have a lot of politics. When they want to make power like this, they will be promised all sorts of promises. But some of them, when they get there, they will not do those things. Like Uhunmwonde who came from Uhunmwonde. If you go to that village, they don't have network. Hello?
What did you say?
Uhunmwonde after a hole.
Okay.
There's no network there.
Okay.
There's no light. There's no road. So I want to see back the madam. You should remember the promises he's promising the Nigerian citizen.
Okay.
Is that
your community? Is that your community?
Where is that?
We don't have this opportunity to be calling them again.
What's the name? What's the name of that community? What's the name?
My name is Emmanuel.
I know Emmanuel. What's the name of your community? The one you just mentioned that has no network and has no light, no road. What's the name?
Uhunmwonde village.
Uhunmwonde. I know that.
Uhunmwonde, after a hole.
Yeah, I know that.
If I get to that place, anytime I went to there, I cannot make call. There's no flow, no network, the MTN, Glow, there's no lights. So even I don't want to be mentioning names. We have a lot of honorable people that came from that community, that village. So I pray as I've been listening.
Okay, thank you.
But we'll
Thank you.
Move on.
Thank you.
But if you get
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's take this question now from our WhatsApp platform. It says, when you are in the house, will you be organizing town hall meetings to see how your people are doing? This is from Peter O.
Yes, Peter. By going to the House of Rep, it's about the people. I have always told them, during, while campaigning to them now, I told them that every 3 months, we are going to be having town hall meetings. If you don't meet with your people, you don't know what they need. By the special grace of God, I am a representative that is close to the grassroots. I know my people. I'm always with them. And if I don't organize town hall meetings, how will I know what they want? I assure you, take it from me today, it's a promise. Every 3 months.
Every 3 months town hall meeting?
Yes.
We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Yes, go ahead with your question. Your second question.
My second question is that, please, how those whosoever responsible is the Senate or whatever, how they can create job for the community, for the youth. That is the problem. Most times if I'm going there, I have to be afraid you that have little maybe have little things, 1 or 2 cars.
Okay, well, if you've been following the program, she has answered that question like 2 times or 3 times.
For our young ones.
Hello, Emmanuel.
Coming on for university and the rest.
Okay.
So that's just my conclusion.
All right, Emmanuel, if you've been following the program, you would have noticed that that question has been answered about 2 times in the course of this discussion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's look at this question. It says, please, I would like to ask Lady Osumbo if the money the government pay, the 13 million naira, if the money is not too big.
My dear, I answered this question before. I will answer it again. Honestly, I don't know if it's 13 million, and I cannot tell you if it's too big or too small. I have to get there to know. But my dear, sometimes it's not the way they say it. You know, some say 13 million, some say 35 million, some say, we don't really know, and I can't answer that. But when I get there, I assure you, I'll do the right thing.
Okay. We have this one. It says, with the way she sounds, I think she has a heart of gold. And I pray she wins. And please, don't forget to keep to your promise. This is, I'm trying to get Analia from Ugbo. Okay, thank you. I see passion and love and hunger to serve the poor in her community, and I think she will make a difference. This is from Lawrence Onuferem. My name is Anthony Nehita, testing from Airport Road. The fact that you are running this election with your money, don't you think when you win, you will first try to recoup those monies first?
Oh, well, I did not borrow the money from anybody. It's my money. And I said something about contempt just now. I'm contempted. I don't need too much money. And the money I'm using today is not the money that I will regret spending. So it's not about recouping money. It's about me spending money to get the best for my people.
Okay. This one says, good evening, everyone. My name is Miguel Mavis. I'm calling from Wasota. I wish to thank ITV Radio for giving us this platform to meet our candidates. Job empowerment has a major problem in our state, which has led to many social vices. And my question to Lady Uwa is that what strategy will be employed to tackle this menace?
Well, job creation, you know, are in so many forms. It's just unfortunate that the kind of job creation we talk about these days, working in customs, working in police and all that. There are so many other ways to create jobs. Agriculture is, you know, a part of way to create job. I, sitting here, I'm a farmer. I've been a farmer for 21 years. I'm not doing any contract. I have about 75 people in my employment that I pay their salaries and everything. So if I was working with government, I would just be receiving only my salary. But through agriculture, I've been able to create employment. So there'll be a lot of employment created. I will try and, you know, get agencies that will bring in skill acquisition, you know, training and everything to get people employed in their own way outside.
My name is Austin Okoro. I hail from Orhionmwon local government area. I love the passion of Lady Uwa Osumbo, but I want her to be specific on 1 or 2 things that she will do to improve the lives of Orhionmwon people. Yes, 2 things she will do to improve the lives of the people. 1,
agriculture. I will make sure that my people get agricultural loans, that we are able to attract investors. We have, you know, vast land. We have agrarian land for in Orhionmwon. I will make sure we are able to bring investors that will come and invest in the local government, you know, so that will create employment, you know, for the people. And 2, The roads are bad. We can't even go into Orhionmwon. You know, I will make sure that I am in the office of the Federal Ministry of Works, the minister, every day to make sure that we create routes.
Okay, Egwagi Agatisa, you're also from Orogo in Orhionmwon. The question that you asked has been answered by the last answer that Lady Uhunmwonde gave. I'm sure if you have more questions, you can post them to the WhatsApp number. It's already on the screen. Post the questions to that number. Let's take our final call today before we call it a wrap. Hello, caller. Good evening. What's your name?
Hello, good day.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Philip.
All right, go ahead. Please turn down the audio level on your TV or radio, depending on which of them you are following the program with. Hello, caller. Good evening. Hello, good evening, caller. What's your name? Hello, good evening, caller.
Hello.
Yes, what's your name? Please turn down the audio level on your TV or radio. Turn it down. Turn it down so we can hear you loud and clear. Okay. What's your name?
There's one abandoned village in the Orhionmwon local government. It's a large village. There is no light, no road, no market.
Which part of Orhionmwon are you talking about now? Which part of Orhionmwon? Hello, which part of Orhionmwon?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Ologbo.
Ologbo, yes, go ahead with your contribution or question.
There's one village, Ologbo. No light, no road, nothing.
Okay, no light, no road.
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
You see, Ologbo is part of the community that makes up the oil, you know, villages around, you know, Ugu ward, which, you know, and it's sad that these people really, there are no lights, no road, no good water. And right there, you know, the oil and the gas is being taken from their soil, from their environment. They are the ones that are, you know, are suffering the environmental impact. They don't have anything to show for it. That is part of my passion.
Okay.
That is part of my anger. That is part of why I want to represent my people, but because the people that have been representing us haven't really thought about those people. All they think about, like people have been saying, is their pocket, what they can get for themselves. I am different, and I would do it differently.
Okay. I just want us to look at the question from the last question from our WhatsApp platform. If you just take that question down a little bit, be able to get the full question. It's something quite striking there. Okay, from Orogo in Orhionmwon. My question is, if you are voted in, how do you intend to fix the bad road from Uhunmwonde to Orogo? Because all the administration that has come has failed in their promises, and that road was last touched in the 80s.
Okay. Yes, my dear. If you have been home lately, you will see that the oil company is already working on that. Okay. Yeah, they are working on that.
Okay, so you're going to compliment that?
Yes, I'll compliment that.
Okay.
You know, they are working on it already.
Finally, before we let you go, if you lose this election, would you accept the result?
If it is free and fair. Free and fair.
What is your definition of free and fair?
Letting the people's vote count. Not bribing INEC to write 2 results. Not bribing INEC to announce different results from what happened. Not paying the police and the DSS to intimidate opposition. Letting the people come to the polling vote their conscience, and let their vote count. If that happens, why not?
That's what we call it a wrap on Meet the Candidate on independent television and radio. Lady Uhunmwonde is the PDP candidate for Orhionmwon, the Federal Constituency House of Representatives. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you very much, Sonny. I'm so glad for the opportunity to talk to the people.
Well, that's it on today's program. As we get closer to the election, And as many people that are willing to come on this platform is always available, we'll oblige them and bring them to you, to profile them, to hear them talk, to listen to them speak to you, and you ask questions in return. That's what this platform is about. I want to say big thanks to all our crew members for making the program a huge success. My name is Sonny Duke Okosun. Thanking you for staying with us. Bye for now.